Seaport Halifax is the largest city in the Atlantic Maritime provinces, presenting a satisfying blend of metropolitan excitement, small-town living, and natural wonder. Perhaps one of the most significant attributes of this seaside city is the Halifax Harbour, one of the world's largest natural harbours. First thing in our agenda as we disembarked was to visit the Museum of History at Pier 21. This national historic site that served as a gateway for over 1 million immigrants during 1928 and 1971 is where Ove landed as an immigrant himself just a little over 60 years ago. Following are collages showing documents and pictures related to Ove's transatlantic voyage from Copenhagen to Halifax in 1954 on board the MS Oslo Fjord. Since we had decided to explore the town on our own, after our visit to Pier 21, we headed towards the boardwalk, part of the historic waterfront. Sir Samuel Cunard, 1st Baronet, was a British-Canadian shipping magnate, born at Halifax, Nova Scotia, who founded the Cunard Line. He was the son of a master carpenter and timber merchant who had fled the American Revolution and settled in Halifax. This large bronze statue of Samuel Cunard was erected in 2006 beside the ocean terminal wharves long used by Cunard liners. The Emigrant by Armando Barbon. Facing mouth of harbour, George's Island on the left, McNabb's Island in center, and cruise ship moored on right. This is a marker on the waterfront about the Great Upheaval. The Wave by Donna Hibbert, 1988. The Maritime Museum of the Atlantic at the Boardwalk's center includes the museum ship CSS Acadia. She is one of the best preserved Edwardian ocean steamships in the world. The Halifax Art Boat Project. Shops and shacks along the waterfront. The Dominion Public Building as it faces the waterfront. Detailed information comes later in the travelogue. Theodore II is a large-scale imitation tugboat built in Day Spring, Nova Scotia in 2000. Based on the fictional television tugboat character Theodore Tugboat. This granite Celtic cross is dedicated to the original Irish settlers of 1749. St. Mary's Cathedral Basilica is a Gothic Revival Catholic cathedral. It boasts the tallest granite spire in North America. The facade and spire are notable for being built entirely of granite. The spire has a height of 189 feet, 58 meters. Consecrated in 1899, it was made a basilica in 1950 by Pope Pius XII. Statue of Winston Churchill by Oscar Niemann. Nova Scotia Technical College. The Halifax Courthouse. BMO Bank of Montreal. In view St. Mary's Cathedral Basilica. Fortress Halifax, Warden of the North. Halifax, a British garrison town throughout much of its history, has had a fort here since its founding in 1749. This is the fourth one completed 150 years ago. The British left in 1906. The citadel was never attacked, and the smooth-bore cannon shown here never fired in defense. However, the firing of the noon gun has taken place daily throughout the citadel's history.
Cut! Fire! Halt! Pour! Eyes! Sentry, your apprentice to the east, and your beat extends 15 paces to your proper rear. Sentry! Pass! Shoulder! Right take pace! Pass from the right.
So historically, in 1859, the first time here,
Members of the 78th Highlanders, contemporary reenactors at Citadel Hill. panoramic views of the old town and the harbor. This large building, once the barracks, now serves as a museum. The Tides of History, an exciting 4-theater multimedia presentation.
Well, there was some right cursing last December, let me tell you. But I hear you're using better stuff this time.
The rules that fell and weren't perfect. You see, it wasn't so much a question of stones as down.
The Army Museum about Canada's military history, displaying period artillery pieces and munitions. The Canadian National Vimy Memorial is located in France and dedicated to the memory of Canadian Expeditionary Force members killed during the First World War. Lieutenant Milton Gregg was born in New Brunswick and won the Victoria Cross. Post-war, Ralston resigned in 1944 over Prime Minister Mackenzie King's reluctance to introduce conscription. Canadian Women's Army Corps was authorized in 1941. These medallions made of bronze were popularly known as the Dead Man's Penny because of the similarity in appearance to penny coin. The medallions continued to be issued into the 1930s to commemorate servicemen who died as a consequence of the First World War. The Citadel Clock Tower is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the historic urban core of Halifax. The idea of a clock is credited to Prince Edward, Duke of Kent, who arranged for a turret clock to be manufactured before his return to England in 1800 to resolve the tardiness of the local garrison. The World Trade and Convention Center. The Nova Scotia Fallen Peace Officers Memorial. The Grand Parade is a historic military parade square dating from the founding of Halifax in 1749. At the north end of the Grand Parade is the Halifax City Hall. In the middle of Grand Parade is the cenotaph, built originally to commemorate the soldiers who served in World War I. Britannia by New York sculptor J. Massey Rind. At the south end is St. Paul's Church, the first Protestant church built in Canada and the oldest building in Halifax. Founded in 1749, it is the oldest still standing Anglican church in Canada. During the Halifax explosion of 1917, a piece of wooden window frame from another building was lodged into the wall of St. Paul's Church, where it remains today. The Province House, built in 1819, is an imposing three-story neoclassical building that exhibits elements of the Palladian style. The Dominion Public Building is an Art Deco-style office building that served as the central post office for the city of Halifax. Although since surpassed, it was the tallest building in Halifax at the time of its completion in 1936. Then it was back to the Royal Princess to enjoy a folkloric show by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, pipes and drums. Then it was time for the royal princess to say goodbye to beautiful Halifax. At around 5 in the afternoon, the royal princess proceeded back down the coast of Canada towards New York. In the piazza to enjoy a spectacular special teaser from the royal princess, singers and dancers.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank you particularly for being fantastic passengers. I speak on behalf of my entire ship's company. It's been a pleasure to host you here on board the magnificent Royal Princess. And also it is time to wish you a safe trip home. It's time to say goodbye. And now I would like to do it with a song. One of my favorite, Andrea Bocelli. I think it is very appropriate now. Ladies and gentlemen, time to say goodbye. Arrivederci. Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the vessel, Captain Dino Scani. And feel free to come back after the
mostra tutto il mio cuore che hai acceso dentro me la luce che hai incontrato
Dinner was at the Allegro dining room. Then it was showtime with the fantastic flying fingers of piano showman Stephen Kane.
No peace I find.